Animation errors like this in the finale of a cartoon is very shocking. Steven Universe Future finale, it did not shy away from mistakes. Trust me, the eye is missing. How's it going, guys? I know this is a hard video to swallow. This is the finale of Steven Universe. It's finally over. Hey man, the show had a good run. I mean, I actually enjoyed, kind of enjoyed the last episodes. It was a kind of a little bit too emotional for me, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But guys, drop a like in the next 10 seconds or else I'm going to put this puppy up for adoption. Yeah, you don't want to see this thing go, do you? Who here loves dogs? I love pets. Guys, it's going up for adoption. Don't click that like button. All right, we're going to go on to number 5.
Just outside of Little Homeworld.
Listen to me, Steven. You can't run away from yourself. Wherever you go.
This is kind of a hard one to see just because there's so much characters, but pay attention to the B character. She disappears in the second frame, and that is really weird because if you look at her wing, Lapis or whatever her name is, her wing was in front of her in the before shot. And in the establishing shot, we're not able to see even the hammer hand. We're not able to see we don't see any piece of her. What kind of direction is this? What kind of storyboarding is this? How can you just have a character there 1 second and disappear the next? Now, some people are probably saying, well, Kalubi, it's the camera angles, bro. No, it's not. Her wing is clearly over it. We can see, the transparent in the background in the previous shot. So she should, at least a piece of her should be seen in that second shot. I don't know how they messed this up. It was just an innocent slip up, but at the end of the day, it is an animation error. And that's why it made it on to number 5. All right, guys, we're going to go on to number 4.
No, this isn't happening.
Now, I would be surprised if a lot of people didn't see this animation error at first. This is a mistake, and this is actually one of the biggest ones on the list, just because I have no idea how I found this. I have no idea how I didn't see anyone calling this out. But guys, if you pay attention to his feet, he has 2 slippers on in this when he shouldn't. He should only have 1. In the previous scene, we see him with only 1. And it's really weird because throughout the episode, he literally, it's back to normal. He's missing like a slipper, but it's so weird that they drew it in by accident. I don't know if one of the animators, they obviously have multiple animators, so obviously one of the animators, maybe a novice or a beginner animator, probably didn't see the sheet and said, hey, do not draw in 2 of these sandals, don't draw 2 shoes in. And maybe the animator forgot. This is, it can happen. We all make mistakes. I'm not knocking anyone. I love seeing animation errors. Of course, not in my own work, but it is a real thing, and it definitely did happen in this shot. I mean, look. He has no shoes on, and then it just magically has shoes on. That is not a normal thing. That is very strange. I mean, unless the gems have some kind of magical ability to put shoes on. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Steven Universe Future at this point, because I mean, people are shape-shifting and all this stuff. You never know what can happen, but that's a really strange one. It's just clearly a mistake, and I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it there. Let's go on to number 3.
He corrupted? But how? Never mind that. We have to change him back.
This is probably the dumbest ones on the list, the dumbest animation error. But I do feel like this is a kind of, anyway, you're gonna see what I mean. So the animation error for this one is, let's zoom in. It's actually to do with Spinel. Look at her hair position. When we switch frames, literally the next shot, it changes position slightly. Her hair slightly changes a position. This is clearly a mistake. This is an animation error. It doesn't matter how tiny the animation error is. Guys, there's no wind. There is no wind showing. There's no visible wind. So how is her hair propped up? And why is this happening, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and replay this clip again, just so you guys know that this is in fact, and I had to zoom in a lot, so let's take a look at this.
He corrupted? But how? Never mind that. We have to change him back.
So it's very clear to see that her hair is, it just changed positions slightly. That's a mistake. All right, guys, let's go on to number 2. And trust me, guys, this one is huge, huge error.
It's not that easy. You know what? I don't have to deal with this.
All right, guys, this is one of the hardest animation errors to find, and this is a good one. Trust me, this is actually a really good animation error that I found, and People who animate and draw at home, people who use Flash, people who are familiar with animation tools are gonna love me for this one, just because you're gonna understand a lot more of what I'm saying. Usually I try to make these videos as understanding as possible. I try to make them as simple as possible for people who don't, aren't in the animation field, for people who, just casually watch cartoons and, see errors every now and then. But people who do know how to animate, they understand everything I say, and they're gonna love me for this one. All right, guys, so the animation error for this one, I'm gonna reveal what it is in a second. I think I might actually even have to replay this clip for you guys to give you a little bit more context here. But let me just say that this animation error is gonna please a lot of animators. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and replay the clip really quick one more time for you guys. Okay, my bad. That was not the clip. That was an editing error on my part. But anyway, guys, I'm going to zoom in and show you what the actual animation error is. And so the actual animation error is, when we zoom in, her hair is actually, it's overlapping Steven's dad. That is a mistake in the program. Whatever editing software, she is supposed to be behind him, not overlapping him. That does not make geometrical, it doesn't make sense, guys. The layers are messed up here. She's over one layer. Animators know what I'm saying. The layers were messed up here. She is over him when she should be below him or behind him. This is a really easy one to miss, and you got to zoom in sometimes to find these. We're going to go on to number 1. Shocking. Now, this animation error is actually, it's easy, but it's hard to see at the same time, just because people don't pay attention. They pay attention to the fighting, not really paying attention to what's actually happening. People pay attention to the, the action on screen, not paying attention. Even I had to replay, these episodes a couple times just to find some of these. Jeez. But I did manage to find this one, guys. When we pay attention to Garnet on all of them, when they're demorphing or whatever, guys, I don't really watch Steven Universe like that. I don't know all the terms. But when they're demorphing, guys, we can see 3 of them on the mountain, right? But in the next shot, where did they go? Can someone explain to me that? Why is no one explaining that? Why is no one talking about this? Where did they go? Did they crawl to the top? This is a split second. It just disappeared. That does not make sense. He knocked him out pretty good here. Steven gave them that. And so they should still be there knocked out. I don't care if they don't have to be animated. Just, some consistency, please, would be great in this Cartoon Network show. This is an expensive show. Some consistency would be appreciated. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This happens. Guys, they're really consistent. Trust me. It actually took me a really long time to make this video just because I was like, even I was getting kind of angry at the fact that I could not find animation errors in this finale. It was really hard. And just to find these ones on the list were even harder. So they definitely did get better with the animation. But at the same time, they're still not consistent. The storyboard is all messed up. I don't know what to tell you. Not my fault. I'm just pointing this thing out, okay? Okay, don't get mad at me, bro. Anyway, guys, Watch Mojo actually made a video called, animation errors on Steven Universe. And it was really funny. I did not think that Watch Mojo, a channel with 22 million subscribers, would copy, what I do here and my animation errors videos. And you're saying, well, Colby, what do you mean copy? What do you mean by copy? Well, when I mean copy, of course, ideas can be used. They're recycled. This is YouTube. But when I was going through the video, it was really weird because literally every animation error in that video were animation errors that I found. Literally. They must have went through all my videos. And that just makes me, I know some people say, well, Colby, are you angry? No, that actually makes me, kind of laugh. That's kind of funny, dude. Like, they actually sat through my videos because some of those animation errors that this big channel Watch Mojo found, guys, the funny thing about that is that I'm the only one that found some of these errors. So it popping up in their video, I know for a fact that they must have just watched my video and just slapped it on their list, which is hilarious. I didn't know, channels, as big as Watch Mojo would do something like this, but I'm not mad. It's fair game, bro. Some of the errors I find are, it's fair game, pretty much. It's fair game, but that was definitely an interesting thing. It's definitely very, very interesting to see a big channel like that. But anyway, guys, Steven Universe has ended. Steven Universe Future is completely over. It's never coming back. This show will never return. And what do I have to say about that? People are wondering, Kalobi, what are your thoughts on this? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro, is my opinion on this. I wasn't really a big fan of Steven Universe. Don't get mad at me. but I never hated the show. There's like two sides of this thing. It's like people that hate the show, and then people that love the show, like crazy love the show, and go kind of far with it. I am in the middle on this one, guys. I am genuinely on the middle on this one. Now, for the story writing of the show, I will have to say it's not for me. It's a little bit too emotional, and the finale was just people crying over and over again, and it was just like, oh my goodness, can I just get through this? It's just a lot of crying, and you know, it's good to have emotions, but geez, man, every second I watch Steven Universe, it's like someone crying and oh god, we need to be together, we need to do what's right, and you know, I get it, but like, geez, man, I'm here for, you know, when I watch a cartoon, I want some comedy, I want some action that's cool, not just this emotional thing. But you know, it is a good show, and people, you know, they deserve to have that finale. People deserve to enjoy the show, you know, deserve to enjoy what you like to watch, and that is what I will, you know, leave this video on. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.